Hey everybody, we're still working with sets, but this is the grand finale of the chapter on sets. We're working with counting problems, and a lot of times the best way to work counting problems is to draw Venn diagrams. And I think I've mentioned this before. When I taught electrical engineering, my best students were students who liked to draw pictures that well represented the problems they were working on. Pictures are a great aid in solving problems. And when it comes to counting problems, pictures, Venn diagrams are oftentimes very helpful. And what they really do is they help us to organize things so that we can visually see exactly what it is we're working with. Now, let's look at an example from the text. This is number 2 on page 72. It says, during the fall festival at Wambach's Farmers Market, 200 customers made the following purchase. 109 purchased pumpkins, 98 purchased pies, 61 purchased both pumpkins and pies. And now they ask this. Part A, how many purchased only pumpkins? In other words, how many people bought pumpkins but didn't buy pies? How many people only purchased pies? In other words, they bought pies but they didn't buy pumpkins. And then finally, how many did not purchase either pumpkins or pies? Okay, now let's draw our Venn diagram. And the PU circle means they bought pumpkins. The PI circle means they bought pies. And our universe is the 200 customers. Here's our universe. And just so that we'll know, all of the people in our universe consist of these 200 customers. Our 200 customers are our universe. Some people bought pumpkins, and we'll have that be a PU circle. Some bought pies. We'll have that be a PI circle. Okay. And we'll do our regions now. Going from left to right, region 1, region 2, region 3. Did I leave anything out? Region 4, right? Here's region 4. Now, let's go back and label these. 200 customers, that's our universe. And that's going to be regions 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, 109 people purchased pumpkins. And notice the pumpkin circle contains both region 1 and region 2. So, 1 and 2. 98 purchased pies. The pie circle contains region 3 and region 2. See, both pumpkins and pies, this is where the pumpkin circle and the pie circle overlap, region 2. This is the intersection of the pumpkin circle and the pie circle. So this is where the people who bought both are. 61 purchased both. That's region 2. How many purchased only pumpkins? In other words, they purchased pumpkins, but they didn't purchase pie. So if they purchased pumpkins, they have to be in the pumpkin circle. But if they didn't purchase pie, they can't be in the pie circle. So those who purchased pumpkins only are in section 1. Okay, how many purchased only pies? Well, anybody who purchased a pie is in the pie circle, which contains region 2 and region 3. If they're in region 2, they purchased both pumpkins and pies. If they're in region 3 only, outside of the pumpkin circle, then they purchased only pies. So region 3, those are the people that purchased pies only. And how many people didn't purchase either? Okay. They're not in the pie circle. They're not in the pumpkin circle. They're not in the pie circle. They're outside of both of these circles. That's region 4, isn't it? Okay. So we've pretty much identified who's where. Now, what can we do with this information? Oh. This is the key piece of information right here. 61 people purchased both. That's region 2. Okay? 61 people purchased both. So 61 people are in region 2. Well, 109 people purchased pumpkins, and that's region 1 and region 2. So let's see. I'm trying to find a place to write on the board where I won't mess things up. Okay. The number of people in region 1 plus the number of people in region 2 those are the ones that purchased pumpkins. And they equal 109 people. And we know what region 2 is, don't we? Region 2 has 61 people. Okay, so we can solve for the number in region 1. So this implies the number in region 1 is equal to 109 minus the number in region 2, which is, let's see, 109 minus how many are in region 2? 61? So that equals, wait a minute, don't tell me. What is it, 48? Okay? So the number in region 1 is 48. Oh, we're golden now. We're getting somewhere. Now, we can do a similar thing with the number of people who purchased pies. So let me erase this. And if you missed that, just hit the pause button. Back up a little bit, hit the pause button. But now we'll take this information. The number in region 2 plus the number in region 3 is equal to 98. We already know how many people are in region 2. We don't know how many are in region 3. So let's solve for this. And we'll move number of people in region 2 to the other side. So we have number of people in region 3 equals 98 minus the number of people in region 2. And we know how many people are in region 2, don't we? 61 people. 98 minus 61 is 37, okay. 37 people are in region 3. Look at that for a minute or two. Study it. And then we will update our questions because we've answered question A and question B already. See, how many purchased only pumpkins? That was the number of people in region 1, and that's equal to 48. And how many purchased only pies? That was region 3, or the number of people in region 3. And we found that to be 37. Oh, goodness gracious. How many did not purchase either pumpkins or pies? And that's the number of people in region 4. Well, let's see. The only thing that we know about region 4 is that along with regions 1, 2, and 3, region 4 makes up the universe. So let's see. We have 200 customers that make up the universe. So I'll write that down. 200 equals the number of people in the universe. And that's going to equal the number of people in region 1 plus the number of people in region 2 plus the number of people in region 3 plus the number of people in region 4. Okay. So that means 200 people equal number in region 1 plus the number in region 2 plus the number in region 3 plus the number in region 4. And region 1, that's 48. Region 2 is 61. Region 3 is 37. Okay. So let's substitute those in. So we have 200 equals 48 plus 61 plus 37 plus the number of people in region 4. And let me shrink our picture down so I'll have more blackboard space. I'll continue this equation up here. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave region 4 on this side of the equation and move all of the other things to the left side. So I'll have 200 minus 48 minus 61 minus 37 equals the number of people in region 4. Okay, 200 minus 48 is 152. And we've got to subtract 61. So that's 191. And then we've got to subtract 37. Which is, let's see, 454. Okay. So that tells us 54 equals the number in region 4. And we'll write that down. And we have our problem solved now. Before we throw this thing away, let's go back and see what the key piece of information was that allowed us to do some detective work and find all the others. Let's see, 109 purchased pumpkins, 98 purchased pies, so that was region 2 and region 3. Pumpkins was region 1 and region 2. And 61 purchased both. And that was region 2, the number in region 2. This was the key piece of information. It told us how many people were in one of these disjoint regions. This didn't tell us how many people were in region 1, and it didn't tell us how many people were in region 2. It told us how many people were in both. Now, this didn't tell us how many people were in region 2. It didn't tell us how many people were in region 3. It told us how many people were in both. So, by itself, this told us nothing. By itself, this told us nothing. But this, 61 purchased both. That's region 2. This piece of information told us how many people were in one of these disjoint regions, one of these regions that didn't overlap with anything else. And so this was the key piece of information. But we might not have known that if we hadn't drawn the Venn diagram. Drawing the Venn diagram and seeing this, we go, oh, wait a minute. We have 4 disjoint or separate regions. And we know how many people are in one of these regions. With some detective work, we can figure out the rest. So this turned out to be the key piece of information. It told us how many people were in region 2. But again, if we hadn't drawn the Venn diagram and labeled all of this stuff, for example, if we hadn't written this down and told us which regions contain these 109 people, and if we hadn't written this down and also written down which regions contain these people, and if we hadn't written this down and realized this is just region 2, we could be spinning our wheels for hours trying to solve this exercise. So drawing a good Venn diagram was crucial to doing this exercise. So we've done one Venn diagram exercise. Maybe we'll do one now with 3 groups of people or 3 sets. Okay, another example. And before I start this one, I think the other example, when I put it on the board, I said that it was page 78. No, I said it was page 72, number 2. If I did, that was not right. It was page 78, number 2. The exercise we just got done doing was on page 78, and it was number 2. The exercise that we're doing now, page 79, and it's exercise number 8 on page 79. And let's see how it reads. A survey of 85 customers was taken at Barnes & Noble regarding the types of books that they purchased. 44 purchased mysteries, 33 purchased science fiction, 29 purchased romance novels, 13 purchased mysteries and science fiction, 5 purchased science fiction and romance novels, 11 purchased mysteries and romance novels, 2 purchased all 3 types of books. And they ask, how many purchased only mysteries? How many purchased mysteries and science fiction, but not romance novels? How many purchased mysteries or science fiction? How many purchased mysteries or science fiction, but not romance novels? How many purchased exactly 2 types? Okay. Looks like it's getting a bit more complicated. But if we organize our information, especially with the aid of a Venn diagram, This is a doable thing. And remember in the last exercise, we looked for that one key piece of information that was going to help us unlock all the other pieces of information. I'm going to have to erase some of this to make room for our Venn diagram. It says a survey of 85 customers was taken at Barnes & Noble. So these 85 customers make up our universe. Our universe is the 85 customers. So I'm going to erase all of that. All customers. And that's our universe. Now I'm going to draw the Venn diagram. That's our universe. And notice that we essentially have three groups of people. Those who purchased mysteries, those who purchased science fiction, those who purchased romance novels. So those are going to be our three main sets. And we'll have M for mysteries, S for science fiction, R for romance. M for mystery, so this is the mystery circle. And S for science fiction, this is the science fiction circle. And R for romance novels, this is the romance novel circle. And now we'll label our disjoint regions, going from left to right across the top. 1, 2, 3. Going left to right across the middle. 4, 5, 6. And then this one's region 7. There. Have I done it all? Have I left anything out? I think I have. What have I left out? Region 8. All of those people that don't belong to any of these other categories. Okay, that's my Venn diagram. Now, instead of just attacking the questions that they ask, I'm going to see if I can make the most of my information. I'm going to look for that one piece of information that will tell me how many people are in one of these disjoint regions. And when I say the regions are disjoint, they don't overlap. Region 1 is not part of Region 2 or Region 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. They're all disjoint. Now, do you see anything up here that will tell us how many people are in one of these disjoint regions? I'll tell you what I see. I think this is my key right here. And I think also I need a new red magic marker. There. let's see how this one does. Yeah, this one didn't really run out of gas like the other one did. 2 people purchased all 3 books. So in other words, 2 people purchased mysteries. They also purchased science fiction. They also purchased romance. 2 people are in the mystery circle and the science fiction circle and the romance circle. They're in all 3 circles. Now, which of these 8 regions falls in all of the 3 circles? Let's see, 1 doesn't fall in the circle here. See, 1 doesn't fall in the science fiction circle. It doesn't fall in the romance circle. That's not it. 2 is in both the mystery circle and the science fiction circle, but 2 is not in the romance circle. 3 is in the science fiction circle, but it's not in the mystery circle, and it's not in the romance circle. What about this guy right here, 5? Region 5 is in the mystery circle. Region 5 is in the science fiction circle. Region 5 is in the romance circle. So these 2 people who purchased all 3 types of books, they're in region 5. So the number of people in region 5 is 2. That's the key that's going to help us unlock everything else. Now let's see how this comes about. 11 purchased mysteries and romance novels. So let's see. Mysteries and romance novels. Let's see. Region 4 is in mysteries and it's in romance. And region 5 is in mysteries and it's in romance. And we already know how many people are in region 5. So this is going to help quite a bit. The number of people in region 4 and region 5 is 11. People in region 4 and region 5 purchased mystery novels and they purchased romance novels. So here's what I'm going to write. Number of people in set 4 plus number of people in set 5 is equal to 11. They purchased mysteries and romance novels. And I know how many people are in region 5. So I'll solve for the number of people in region 4. So that means number of people in region 4 equals 11 minus the number of people in region 5. In region 5, there are 2 people there. So that equals, let's see, number of people in region 4 equals 11 minus 2, which is 9. Okay, beautiful. We're chipping away at this rock one piece at a time. We just found out that the number of people in region 4 is 9. So let's put that in there. 9 people in region 4. Now, I'll leave this up for just a second so that you can look at it, write some things down. And then we're going to use some other clues. Okay. I guess if you need more time, you can hit the pause button. But mysteries and romance novels, that was 4 and 5. Now this one, science fiction and romance novels, they got to be in the science fiction circle and in the romance circle. So those people who bought both science fiction and romance novels, they're in the science fiction circle, they're in the romance circle. So they could either be in region 5 or region 6. And we already know what region 5 is. Okay, so let's see, this is region 5, region 6. Five purchased science fiction and romance. So the number of people in region 5 plus the number of people in region 6 equals 5. And we know how many people are in region 5, don't we? 2. So we'll move this over to the other side of the equation and solve for the number of people in region 6. So let's see, the number of people in region 6 is equal to 5 minus the number of people in region 5. And how many people are in region 5? 2, right? So this is 2. So that's equal to 5 minus 2, which is 3. The number in region 6 is 3. So now we know how many people are in region 6. Oh, what to do now? What to do now? Maybe we can move to this one. Mysteries and science fiction. 13 people purchased both mysteries and science fiction. So they're in the mystery circle and they're in the science fiction circle, which means that they're either in region 2 or region 5. And we already know how many people are in region 5. So yeah, I think this would be a good piece of information to make use of next. So let's see, mysteries and science fiction. That's region 2 and region 5. I'll write that down. And I'll erase my notes from what we did just a minute ago. This tells us 13 people are in region 2 and region 5. So let's write that down. Number of people in region 2 plus number of people in region 5 equals 13. And we know how many people are in region 5, don't we? 2 people. So let's move this to the other side and solve for what we don't know, the number of people in region 2. So we have number of people in region 2 is equal to 13 minus the number of people in region 5. And region 5, oh, is this ever a key piece of information, huh? Region 5 has 2 people in it. So this is 13 minus 2, which equals 11. So that is region 2 has 11 people. Well, we're going to put that in there, aren't we? 11 people. Oh, this is great. You know, we're just chipping away at it, and bit by bit, we're chiseling that boulder down to a little pebble. Let's see, is this going to tell us anything? 29 purchased romance novels. Oh, son of a gun, it is. Romance novels. Let's look at the romance novel circle. The romance novel circle includes region 4, region 5, region 6, and region 7. And the only region that we don't know is region 7. We know all of these others. Oh my goodness. Well, you know, it doesn't always work this way where we can start here and work our way backward in order. But just looks like things are falling our way right now. "29 purchased romance novels." Okay, the romance circle, or those who read romance novels or purchased romance novels, include people in section 4, section 5, section 6, and section 7. So we're going to write that down. The number of people in section 4 plus the number of people in section 5 plus the number of people in section 6 plus the number of people in section 7 equals 29. And we know what these 3 things are. So we can solve for what we don't know, which is region 7. So let's see. The only thing we don't know here is region 7, so we'll keep that on the left side. Number of people in region 7 equals 29 minus the number of people in region 4 minus the number of people in region 5 minus the number of people in region 6. And again, we know all of these things. Region 4, that's 9. Region 5, that's 2. Region 6 is 3. So the number of people in region 7 is equal to 29 minus 9 minus 2 minus 3. Okay, 29 minus 9 is 20. Minus 2 is 18. Minus 3 is 15. Number of people in region 7 equals 15. If we're hot, right? Wow. All of these others are going to fall the same way. I'm going to leave that up there for just a second. Take a look, write down anything you need to write down, study this. Okay. Let's erase this to make room for some more computation. Let's see. Romance novels, that was region 4, region 5, region 6, region 7. Okay, we did all of that. Science fiction. Let's look at the science fiction circle. That's region 2, region 3, region 5, region 6. So those 4 regions make up the science fiction circle. Region 2, 3, 5, and 6. And this is beautiful. The only one that we don't know is region 3. Oh, this is great. $33 people purchased science fiction. So if we add up all the people in regions 2, region 3, region 5, and region 6, we get 33 people. So let's write that down. Number of people in region 2 plus number of people in region 3 plus number of people in region 5 plus number of people in region 6 equals 33. And region 3 is the only one that we don't know. So we'll keep region 3 on the left. We'll move the other 3 regions over to the right. So that tells us number of people in region 3 is equal to 33 minus number of people in region 2 minus number of people in region 5 minus number of people in region 6 and we know what these 3 things are. Region 2, 11 people. Region 5, 2 people. Region 6, 3 people. So, number of people in region 3 equals 33 minus 11 minus 2 minus 3. So let's see, 33 minus 11 is 22. Minus 2 is 20. Minus 3 is 17. Okay, 22, 20, 17. Okay. So, number of people in region 3 equals 17. So we'll put 17 people in region 3. Now you notice something. Here are the questions that we're being asked to solve. But I haven't attempted to answer any of these yet. I'm still trying to get all the information that I can from the information that they've given me. And there's at least one or two more things that I can milk for information before I start trying to solve the things that the question actually asked me. "44 people purchased mysteries." Let's look at the mystery circle. The mystery circle contains regions 1, 2, 4, and 5. And we know how many people are in regions 2, 4, and 5. The only region we don't know is region 1. We can find it. So, mysteries, that's region 1, 2, 4, whoops. I did it again. 1, 2, region 4, and region 5. So let's come down here and solve it. Number of people in region 1 plus number of people in region 2 plus number of people in region 4 plus number of people in region 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5, yes. And total, they equal 44 people. The only thing that we don't know here is region 1. We don't know how many people are in region 1. So we're going to take all of these other things that we do know and move them over to the right side of the equation. We'll keep this on the left side because we don't know what it is. So let's see. Number of people in region 1 equals 44 minus number of people in region 2 minus number of people in region 4 minus number of people in region 5. And we know what all of those things are. Region 2, 11 people. Region 4, 9 people. Region 5, region 5, 2 people. Okay, 2, 11, 4, 9, 5, 2. Okay. So number of people in region 1 is 44 minus 11 minus 9 minus 2. So 44 minus 11 is 33, minus 9 is 24, minus 2 is 22. Number of people in region 1 is 22. Okay. Okay. We're looking good. Is there any other piece of information that I can get easily that I haven't already gotten? There is one. We know there are 85 customers in the universe, and the universe is all of these individual regions put together. So universe is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all of these. And if we combine the people in all of these regions, we get 85. Well, what is all of this going to tell us that we don't already know? Do you see it? What can this tell us that we don't already know? There's one thing that we don't know. Region 8. We know how many people are in all of the other regions. We don't know how many people are in region 8. So we'll work with this. Number of people in region 1, number of people in region 2, plus number of people in region 3, plus number of people in region 4, plus number of people in region 5, plus number of people in region 6, plus number of people in region 7, plus number of people in region 8 equals 85. And we know everything except how many people are in region 8. So we'll keep this on the left and move everything else to the right. So let's see. Number of people in region 8 equals 85. Oh my goodness. Minus the number of people in region 1, number of people in region 2, minus number of people in region 3, minus number of people in region 4, minus number of people in region 5, minus number of people in region 6 minus number of people in region 7. Okay, region 1, 22. Region 2, 11. Region 3, 17. Region 4, 9. Region 5, 2. Region 6, 3. Region 7, 15. Okay. So that tells us number of people in region 8 equals 85 minus 22 minus 11 minus 17 minus 9 minus 2 minus 3 minus 15. Did I get it? 22, 11, 17, 9, 2, 3, 15. Okay. I got it. Ah, 85 minus 22 is 63. Minus 11 is 52. Minus 17 is 35. Minus 9 is 26. Minus 2 is 24. Minus 3 is 21. Minus 15 is 6. Yeah, let me make sure I did that right. Let's see. 21, 24, 26, 33, 50, 61. Oops. Let's see. 21, 24, 26, 35, 52, 63, 85. Okay, we're good. So 6 people in region 8. So 6 people right there. I think we can do away with all of this now. We've milked the preliminary information for all that it's worth. So how many people purchased only mysteries? So if they purchased only mysteries, they're in the mystery circle. But they're not in the science fiction circle because they only purchased mysteries. They didn't purchase science fiction. And if they purchased only mysteries, they're not in the romance circle either. They purchased only mysteries. So they're not in the science circle, so they're not in regions 2 and 5. They're not in the romance circle, so they're not in regions 4 and 5. The people who bought only mysteries are 22. It's the number of people in region 1, and that's 22. Okay. How many people purchased mysteries and science fiction? And did I erase any other part of that? Mysteries and science fiction, but not romance novels. So they purchased mysteries and science fiction. So they have to be in both the mystery circle and the science fiction circle. So they have to be in regions 2 and 5. Those people who purchased mysteries and science fiction are in regions 2 and 5. But we're taking the people in regions 2 and 5 who purchased mysteries and science fiction, but not romance novels, so they can't be in the romance circle. So they're the people in regions 2 and 5 that are not in the romance circle, which means we can X region 5 out. Mysteries and science fiction, regions 2 and 5, but not romance novels, cross out region 5, it's just region 2. Okay. C, mysteries or science fiction. Is there more to it than that? Mysteries or science fiction? Nope, just mysteries or science fiction. Okay. So, mysteries or science fiction. We're talking about either mysteries or science fiction or both. That's what or means. So, we're talking about the union of mysteries and science fiction. Okay. So, anything and everything that's either in the mystery circle, the science fiction circle, or both. So what regions are that? Let's see, number 1, number 2, let's see, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. Anything that's in the mystery circle or the science fiction circle or both. Oh, goodness gracious, so what's that? 22? 22 plus 11 plus 17 plus 9 plus 2 plus 3. Okay, 33 plus 17 is 50, 69, 71, 74. That appears to be 74. I don't like that. Let's see. 33 plus 17 is 50, 59, 61, 64, 64, okay. Oh, I like that so much better. Uh-huh. So it's all of the people that are in regions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In other words, it's everybody except those people that are in regions 7 and 8, and that's 21. We have 85 people total, minus these 21 will give us 64. Okay, things jive. D, mysteries or science fiction. Mysteries or science fiction, but not romance. Okay, let's do this region by region. Mysteries or science fiction. Again, that's regions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So region 1 plus region 2 plus region 3 plus region 4 plus region 5 plus region 6. So that's mysteries or science fiction, but not romance. We've got to include that. But not romance. So that's 4, 5, 6, and 7. So the number of people in all of these regions that are not in these regions. Okay. So let's see. They can't be in 7, but we're not counting 7 up here. They can't be in 6. They can't be in 6, so cross that out. They can't be in 5, so cross that out. They can't be in 4. So it's just those people in regions 1, 2, and 3. So let's see, region 1, 22. Region 2, 11. And region 3, 17. So let's see, this is 28 plus 22 is 50. Okay. So 50 is the answer for part D. Now E, we still have one left. And this is a weird one. How many customers purchased exactly 2 types? So in other words, they purchased either mysteries and science fiction, but not romance, or they purchased mysteries and romance, but not science fiction, or they purchased science fiction and romance, but not mysteries. Now, another way of looking at this is just to look at our Venn diagram and see how many of these individual regions are contained in exactly 2 circles. Let's see. Is region 1 contained in exactly 2 circles? No more, no less? No, actually, region 1 is just contained in the M circle. Is region 2 contained in exactly 2 circles? Yeah. It's contained in the M circle and it's contained in the S circle, but it's not in the R circle. So region 2 is one of those. Now, region 3. Is this contained in exactly 2 circles? No more, no less? No. Region 3 is only contained in the S circle. Okay, region 4. What about region 4? Is region 4 contained in exactly 2 circles? It is, isn't it? Region 4 is contained in the M circle. It's contained in the R circle. But region 4 is not contained in the S circle. So region 4 is one of those. Region 4. Okay. Region 5. Is it contained in exactly 2 circles? You know, it's not. Region 5 is contained in all 3, isn't it? So region 5 doesn't work. What about region 6? It's in the S circle. It's in the R circle. But region 6 is not in the M circle, is it? So region 6, yeah, it's contained in exactly 2 circles. So region 6 will work. Region 7, is that contained in exactly 2 circles? No, region 7 is only contained in 1 circle, the romance circle. So region 7 isn't one of those regions. And what about region 8? Region 8 isn't contained in any circle, is it? So the people who read exactly 2 types of books are either in region 2 or region 4 or region 6. And so that's going to be region 2, 11, region 4, 9, region 6 is 3, so that's 23. So the answer to part E is 23 people. You know what? This was not an easy exercise. And without approaching it from a systematic, or without approaching it systematically in an organized way, there's no way in the world that we would ever do this. So this is one of those things we have to find a key piece of information, and one by one use that key piece of information to unlock the number of people in other regions. The key piece of information in this exercise was that exactly 2 people read or purchased all 3 kinds of books. That gave us the number of people in region 5, and from there, bit by bit, we were able to figure out everything else. And you notice something. I was very patient. I took the information that I had and I used it to find out everything that I could before I started trying to answer these questions. It took me a while, but this is one of those types of things where patience really takes off. Patience really pays off. I tried to gather and ascertain all the information that I could before I answered any of these questions, and it really helped. I will be sending you some exercises to work on along with this video. Study this video. It's not terribly difficult, but it helps us to approach an understanding of how to do counting exercises in an organized manner. And sometimes that's the only way to do exercises like this. And by the way, we're going to be using this kind of stuff when you use probability also. When we get to probability, we're going to be using this over again. So don't throw it in the wastebasket and think we'll never see it again, because we will see it again. You wanted to hear me say that, didn't you?